Hey everyone, I wanted to share with you my first 8.5 by 11 memory planner spread. I will be using the template from Shannan Morton. I will leave a link in the description box so that way you can get the templates from her if you want to. I'd also love a subscribe if you're new to my channel, or just a thumbs up. So for this project for this year, I wanted to do four main things that I wanted to kind of accomplish this year. I wanted to bring back 8.5 by 11 because I've been talking to Shannan about that, how 8.5 by 11 is just a cool size and it's easy to work with because it's easily accessible. And I also, number two, I wanted to make things less complicated as far as family documenting, and doing digital will definitely help with that. And then three, I wanted to use up my Ali Edwards stash, so I will probably be using a lot of Ali Edwards. And then four, I wanted to get back to my digital roots and play, because sometimes when I'm in a creative rut, just playing digitally and just messing around with my digital stamps, whether it's Ali Edwards or Kelly stamps, it's really fun for me. So playing digitally is my fourth reason why I decided to do 8.5 by 11 for family documenting. So I'm super, super excited to be doing 8.5 by 11 again. I did it for 2018, and then I also did memory planning for 2017 in a happy planner. So it feels like everything is coming full circle, but I am totally okay with doing different formats for family documenting. Totally works for me. This spread, like I said, uses Ali Edwards. I'm using mainly Celebration because I need to use more of the story kits. I definitely need to use more of them. And I did not print out the photos. I just decided to print out the different blocks that I have. I just printed those out and then I will put them on top. So this is really going to come together very quick. I may at some point decide to print out the photos and maybe stick them down or print them through persnickety. I mean, that might be the best option. I haven't quite decided, so that's why I didn't print them out. So, and I also, for the stars, I had 4 stars. I put them on some chipboard so that way they have a little more weight and dimension to them. Up here, I have a little bunch of color cast designs that I pulled out. I have no idea if I'm gonna use them, but I wanted to have them out just in case. Okay, so that was a really long introduction, and I am ready to just finish this up and put it together, and then I will be on my way starting with 2019. I think I mentioned everything that I wanted to tell you. The only other thing I wanted to tell you was that these fonts right here, those were not the ones in the template. I changed them. They're free fonts that I found, so I just changed them. So let's get started and see what I can come up with and putting this together. It's always fun to take on a new project or revisit a new project or just try an old project in a new way. And that's kind of how I feel with this one. All right, let's go. So it's not going to take long to put this together. I'm going to glue down the cards, the various cards that I printed out, because that's all I printed out. I'm going to have to use my glue pen for this entire process because I ran out of adhesive. I don't know how I let myself do that, but I did. I think that's a cardinal sin of scrapbooking, I think. But I ran out, so I'm using the glue pen. I am going to place a large star over in this far right corner. I first have to put down the pink paper, and then I'm going to put down this card over here, which was my inspiration for the entire spread. I really loved that color scheme, and I thought it was a great color scheme for a New Year's spread, especially with the red, because I don't mind using gold, but sometimes gold is hard to work with, and I'd rather have something that's a little more neutral. So this one was like a gold-ish yellow, so I can work with that. And I also printed out a few word strips to add, which is one that I just glued down of my son jumping on the trampoline. I'm not sure what that one says. I think it says every day. I also have 2 of the labels, the long pieces. I think those were either labels or story prompts in the digital kit. So I'm just going to use those on my 2 focal photos. And I'm now going to add in some color cast designs pieces. I have one that I'm going to put on the family photo, and then I'm going to finally use the number 1 that I've had in my stash for so long. And I'll also layer on one on the second family selfie that we took on our little trip. I'll also pull out some wood veneer from my stash and add those in over there. I wanted something a little bit bigger with my wood veneer stars. I didn't know if it balanced out with my large ones that I made, but I didn't have anything that was like medium size, so this will work. So just finishing up gluing everything down, and I will be nearly done with this project. My whole intent was to, like I said in the very long introduction, is just to have fun, and that way when I got to the printing stage, it wasn't too hard to put this together. So it's not hard at all. It didn't take me that long, maybe 10-15 minutes to pull this all together, and just using the basic things that I always stick with, which is clustering, various embellishments, and different dimensions and weight to my embellishments. So like that corner has a star, a wood veneer, a second wood veneer that's a little thicker, and then a banner. And that's it. So, and then on my second family picture on the left, I have the same thing. One of those label, banner, story prompts, not sure what they are, but I have that, and then the wood veneer, and then a star. And also that black and white family selfie, the little cluster, follows the triangle that I have made with all the stars, because I also like to create visual triangles. So you can see the red on the far bottom right, all the way up to the top, and then the big, large gold star. Makes an awesome triangle. All right, so this spread is done, and I love it. It turned out awesome. I had so much fun putting it together and making the stars and documenting our stories and just getting started on this project of family documenting. I hope you enjoyed watching this process video. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you're new to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.